What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I wanted to talk to you Shiba Inu holders out there and tell you why we have now less than 24 hours until something incredibly important does happen. Now, as many of you may know, the Bitcoin halving is now less than 24 hours away, and this is extremely important for Shiba Inu. Now, you may say, why is that? The two are kind of unrelated, right? Bitcoin proof of work, you get the whole shindig there. And then obviously Shiba Inu being kind of one of the veterans of the meme coin ecosystem, now turning into one of the biggest communities in the world. So obviously, what's the crossover? Why is it so important? Let me tell you why. Well, recently, of course, in one of the last videos, I told you about the fact that Shiba Inu is a crypto that has historically seen a lot of its growth based off of the liquidity that's being injected into crypto because of something like Bitcoin. Tyler, what does that mean exactly? Let me mute this phone here. Well, what that means exactly is that oftentimes within the world of crypto, what you'll see is that Bitcoin, or one of your major altcoins, maybe Ethereum, maybe Solana, but generally Bitcoin, will be what attracts in some of your bigger whales, attracts in some of your big money, right? And then what happens is that that big money then gets trickled down over time into some of your smaller altcoins, starting with Ethereum, then going down to a Solana, then going down to an ADA, and then inevitably down to something like a Shiba Inu. And considering the fact that the Bitcoin halving is generally the catalyst of crypto, right? The number one thing that will cause these bull markets to really start to, really catch momentum eventually, right? Not immediately, but eventually. I think it would be unwise to ignore the fact that this is the catalyst that'll likely set Bitcoin off, that will eventually get Bitcoin up to 100, 120, 150 or something like that. With that liquidity, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, then eventually, of course, trickling down into the ecosystem, inevitably into Shiba Inu as well. And so because of that, in my opinion, I think it is important if you are a Shiba Inu community member or a holder, someone who really holds it near and dear, you need to be paying attention to this and understanding that the more and more liquidity that this catalyst does generate over the next coming weeks and months, the more likely we are to see Shiba Inu absolutely catching some momentum, likely, in my opinion, hitting all-time highs, if not surpassing those all-time highs rather easily. And so because of that, of course, I wanted to just let you know that, look, although it might not happen immediately, although the halving itself isn't going to cause Shiba Inu to pump, of course, that's not how that works, that the overall, the liquidity will inevitably get there, right? It's kind of like a downward trickling river. It will eventually land on Shiba Inu. And I think it's important to, get ready for when that does happen. And so first thing to get ready, in my opinion, is get your mindset that it's not going to be immediate. It's likely going to take some time. It could take months before we do start to see that happen. So don't have these anticipations like it's immediately going to jump. That'll kind of lead you into getting disappointed, right? But the second thing you can do to get prepared is maybe even start considering accumulating here, starting to buy here, because although the price may continue downward for a little while, eventually I do think we're going to see that liquidity reach Shiba Inu, and that is what's going to cause this thing to really catch some momentum in the long term. And so with that in mind, I just wanted to bring you that update today. Of course, I hope you guys do enjoy these little quick, fast, straight to the point updates. I've really been motivated while we have been out here in Dubai. Of course, you guys know we came out for token 2049, which actually is happening right now. We're going to get going in a second here. But, I'm out here with some of my favorite people, and I really do like this idea of being able to tap in and start to just give 2, 3, 4-minute updates on all of the cryptos I'm interested in. And of course, I hope you like that. If you do, you can always let me know, of course, easily by just subscribing to the channel. So I know you want to see more videos, and I will see you all very soon. Peace out, everybody.